Okay, so some people were curious about GPO3. This guy is making his rounds, and well, he's a very good PE player. We got a few random games with GPO3 in them, and I wanted to watch all of them just to kind of piece apart how his PE works and why it's so good. And I kind of want to take another beer, but it's kind of late, and I think I'd rather just go to bed. I have to wake up early tomorrow again. Whatever. We'll run through these kind of quick. We'll 2 times through some of these. Okay. So Schwimmwagen, I've seen this before. He does go Scorched Earth like every single game. Very aggressive, and he does lay some incendiary traps. I've only played him once. Like, it was just once, and I just kind of underestimated him. Early flamers do wonders against him when I played against him, but like mid to late game flamers, far less effective. He just slows them. All of his munitions go to G43s and slow. So what does that mean? He probably is less likely, if you don't sacrifice a lot of map control, he likely doesn't have enough munitions for ATHTs right as soon as it pops to you know, drop a tread break. So this early engagement's always horrible against PE. You have to wait for about 2 riflemen, maybe 3, and then you can like freely engage from green cover. But it was good that he didn't try to engage. He didn't what's the word I always use? What is the word? Just sort of just go all in on it. I don't remember what the word is that I use. Alright, good. 2 rifle. We'll probably see a 3rd one. As soon as the 3rd one pops, then we can push. Because even if he slows a rifle, we'll still have more DPS than him. Okay, fast tier 2. He does get the IHT early. That's a very, very early IHT. Yeah, good. Worthless slow. Our rifles were in green cover. He seriously spams the slow like all the time. Hang on. Let me fix it. Okay, sounds good actually. And he does do this pushing thing. That's frustrating as shit. But like, notice how we're green cover and then we just kind of focus it down. That's fine. Good position. Good. 3 rifle. Now we can push. IHT's now in the field. Like, seriously, a 3 rifle timing push is going to be really effective. Like, don't initiate any sort of attack before you have 3 rifles. As soon as you have 3 rifles, you probably want to go all in. Committing. Yeah, you don't want to commit to any engagements until you have 3 rifles on the field. Anything else is just kind of like, you know. Alright, yeah. Notice how he's going straight for the cutoff here. We're cut off from the rest of the map. Oh, my map hacks don't work anymore. That's too bad. It was cool earlier, like when I went into like TAC map, for some reason I could see all the units. It could be because I switched factions. So far this is good. I mean, hopping house, shooting a little bit. Good. Engage at max range versus infantry off tracks. You're gonna be the best. It's just so weird. Like, it's hard to know exactly how to engage this, but engaging it appropriately is so important. Okay, cool. That's really awesome, actually. Man, I'm surprised he didn't get that first, but I guess it's part of like his aggressive capping order. Notice we saw these Grens start here, push here, and then push towards the cutoff, and our IHT popped right as soon as we capped that. So yeah, you know, that was just an interesting little push here mid. Oh, okay. If we take out this IHT early, that'd be sweet, but I don't see it happening. Early rifleman bet. It's easy to just say, you know, get rifleman bet, but it's easier said than done, you know. Especially since, yeah, like gangs like that, we could have lost that rifleman squad. That could have been terrible. Oh, nice. I'm kind of curious how many rifles we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and an engineer.
Supply lines are broken.
We probably lost an engineer squad. No, he's still there. He has a flamethrower. Looks like that's healing way too fast. He got advanced repair early. This kind of is reminiscent of the classic 2PG2A IHT build. It's kind of a more aggressive spin on it with 3rd Grenadier before you build Tier 2. It's all about just like he picks good engagements too. Like, yeah, man, that was. Now we're building Tier 4 to counter the fast M8, but notice how the M8 beat Tier 4. So keep that in mind. If you're against 2IHT like this, your M8's likely going to be Tier 4, but the notice how like he backed off too. Like he's pushed towards this strat point. Obviously, don't commit to any engagements out here. God, this M8 could be more effective. You could literally just run that thing in and just drop a mine on his units. It's super aggressive, but I feel like it'd pay for itself. Tier 4, he doesn't have enough fuel yet for it. He did spend a lot of fuel on advanced repairs and you know, these infantry F-tracks in the first place. Now we're retaking the map that we lost. That's good. Yeah, look at him. Advanced repair like crazy. That was kind of a small victory because he could still metagame us pretty hard. And yeah, he controls that high fuel too. That should be like priority, is cutting that off. Don't waste time here. But like, no, sticking around here is good because then you control the green cover. And like, you stay out of bad engagements, which is, it's absolutely important. This is just, I'm just kind of speaking aloud, trying to piece apart this sort of hyper-aggressive PE play. For those of you just joining us, this is GPO3 versus Universal Gravitation. It was a replay he just kind of posted and I saw it, was immediately interested. Okay, now we're seeing the traps. Remember, he does always go Scorched Earth. Just because late game he can like stall these really well. I should know. Like, I mean, whenever I go Scorched Earth, it's primarily just to stall like crazy. 3 rifles, fast, sticky, then Jeep is good versus this to kill his IHTs. Your goal isn't actually to kill the IHTs early. You're gonna be hard pressed. So you're gonna lose a lot of manpower, I think, trying to get the sticky in. He does micro those IHTs well enough, and a well microed IHT can stay away from stickies. So keep that in mind. But nice airborne. That should render his infantry basically worthless. So yeah, you know, I mean, he could also like slow your rifles if they try and run in there with a sticky too. I mean, 3 rifle sticky, you don't want to try and kill him early. You want to try and kill him part way in, like close to mid-ish game. That's when you, like, the fast M8 will counter the IHTs. Like, it comes out soon enough to beat this. I'm dead serious. Like, it came out before Tier 2 was finished. So 4 rifle is what Universal Gravitation did. 4 rifle, M8. Note how he didn't get any AT gun. I think that was important. He skipped the AT gun for the handheld AT from airborne, which was a smart thing to grab. Oh god, that's gonna hurt. Okay, nice dodge. Alright, yeah, then he grabbed mortar. Mortar, he's starting to build what I call the Triumvirate of Evil. And his mortar, by the way, is fucking deadly as sin. Like, killing that early was absolutely key. I've been reading through some of like the expert threads, and they're saying that mortar half track is so good it's almost OP. Yeah, and there's the Triumvirate of Evil. If he got this AC out before the ATHT died, he would have had the deadliest combo that PE haven't been able to. Nice. I feel like that was a little lucky, but hey, no arguing with results. Yeah, like someone brought up getting the Jeep. Jeeps do a decent amount of damage versus, like, you know, any PE vehicle. That was a good strafe. I mean, 1 year ago you wouldn't have heard me say that was a good strafe, but that was a good strafe in this instance. I would have strafed there too. But Jeeps do a decent amount of damage versus PE vehicles, but they don't scale well late game. I mean, an AC directly hard counters the Jeep, and Jeep can try and run away from it, but the AC usually chases it down. At least in my experience. Yeah, notice how like he drops it, finds an engagement he can win. He finds some yellow cover, he finds some green cover, and then he can like pop a squat, you know, get some kills, retreat out. That, for example, wasn't a good engagement, but hey, man, yeah, like, notice he, like, quickly repairs it, too. Like, sticky, you're probably going to get the sticky off, and then, like, leg it out. That's just not very good. I feel like grenades would help him here. Like, he's got all this infantry that can throw grenades. I think GPO3's micro is good enough that he can avoid that, but, alright, so I've had 2 airborne. I feel like this is over at this point. There's you can't see the bar, but this replay is already almost over. Yeah, there you go. Perfect grenade. Nice. He actually forced a retreat off of 1 grenade, so it's just perfect. Yeah. Called it. Called the grenade. I think a back tech to WSC now would be good, and then that just basically sealed the deal. Boom. Bye, AC. Yeah, there you go. Straight from the death. I would, as a PE player, I'd be frustrated at this point. Notice how all his units have P-43s. Moot point, but I mean, it's... He usually slows. He's probably going to slow here. Slow? Slow. Okay, target firing. Just keep strafing. I mean, when you control this much munitions, just strafe him to death. Notice how he like keeps getting the AC. Like this is good. Like if there's infantry, grab an AC. If there's an M8 giving you problems, grab an ATHD. Just keep building it. Then grab a mortar. If you have one of either and it's holding its own, then you grab a mortar. And that's just really strong PE play in general. Man, these 4 grenadier squads. Grabbed a mortar from the supply drop, most likely. Now he's gonna really start spamming the strafe. Oh, there's sector already. He was saving up for that one. Yeah, man, that advanced repair. So fast. Yep, playback over. Alright, so that was interesting. What we saw was a 4 rifle with very careful engagements. We just survived that really early push with the IHTs, got our fast M8 out, and then pushed them off the map. Let's see some other replays. We got 2 more here. This is good. No Slew Reborn. This is one actually posted. This was like the first response to that thread in Reborn versus GPO3. Am I still broadcasting? Shit, I think my computer crashed. Okay, there it goes. Never mind. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. We're good. Okay. We got 2 more of these to watch. Oh, okay, I don't have map hacks. Kind of interested in this PE play. It's really strong. It's extremely strong. I mean, that early game push is just like so key to everything that happens here. Pretty standard opening. I typically actually go this with my first Schwem or Kenkrat. Then my first Grenadier caps the +10. Second one caps this, and usually it's timed right so that as soon as this finishes, this will finish. But I mean, he's opting instead for extremely aggressive fuel control, which is good actually. I personally might start changing my capping order just for the same thing. Alright, there's a sniper open. If we were GPO3, how would we react to this sniper? It looks like he's just continuing with his standard build here. He's not changing anything up. Nice and no slew. Locking down with some barbed wire. Forcing he does this all the time, by the way. This slowing of single squads to just force engagements, like. Alright, still no change in our build. We're GPO3. We pretty much stick to our guns. Man, I can't wait. Maybe I'll do some casting